I'm here with a book review for Wolf by Wolf by Ryan Grodin, and I am giving it 5 out of 5 stars. This book takes place in 1956, but in an alternate history where the Nazis won the war. So they have control and power over a lot of countries. It's all very, very different, obviously, than it would be today. And there are still camps for Jewish people, and our main character, whose name I cannot say, it's spelled out for you a few times in the book, like phonetically or whatever, and I can't say it. There are two sounds that don't go together in my head, and I can't do it. So I'm gonna call her Y'all, but I know that's wrong, so I'm sorry. So it's about this person, Y'all, who's Jewish and was in a camp when she was very young, and they were doing experiments on her, trying to basically come up with a way to make everyone have blonde hair and blue eyes. And so she was one of the test subjects to change the pigment in her hair and her skin and her eyes and everything like that. And it ended up turning her into basically a shapeshifter. She could turn into anyone as long as it was another girl and it was a human. Fast forward 10 or so years, and she is now entering a motorcycle race that goes halfway across the world, and it's this big prestigious race, and there's this ball at the end that Hitler goes to, and the person who won last year was the first girl to ever win, and she actually had disguised herself as a boy, and when she revealed herself as a girl when she won, everyone was really excited about it, and now girls are allowed to enter the race. Y'all enters the race as this girl who previously won, so she shapeshifts into her and enters the race so that she can win, so that she can kill Hitler. Excellent. So first of all, the one thing that makes the story a lot more complicated than just her entering the race as someone else is there are two people in the race who know the person she's pretending to be. Someone who she kind of made an ally with in the last race, and her brother. So two people who know a lot about her, and know about a lot of things that she should know about, pretending to be this person, but she doesn't. So that makes it interesting. It was also just really well done. It has flashbacks from when she was in the camp, and how she got to where she is now. And I thought the flashbacks were so well done. The writing style and the way that it talked about her relationships was really reminiscent to me of The Book Thief. And even though The Book Thief is about German people who are hiding a Jewish person, this one's like the opposite. It's not. She's a Jewish person who is not even hiding. She's been captured, but even though it's kind of opposite, I thought that it was still kind of reminiscent of The Book Thief in that way, and even just some of the conversations that are had around her, because she's entering the race as this blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl, right? And nobody knows that she's Jewish and has brown hair and all this kind of stuff, and it's just the way that they speak about everything to her and the way that she has to speak to them about it. It makes you think. And then the race part was super exciting and super fun. It was kind of like a cross between The Hunger Games and Fire and Flood, if you've read Fire and Flood, because Fire and Flood I would definitely kind of compare to The Hunger Games, just in the sense that it's every man for themselves, and you don't know who to trust, if you can have an ally or if you should do it by yourself, and there's basically no rules. Like, I mean, The Hunger Games is you gotta kill people, but in this book and in Fire and Flood, you don't have to kill people, but you can, and you're not going to get in trouble for it. So I thought it was reminiscent of The Hunger Games in that sense, but then of Fire and Flood because it's a race and there's like different sections. So how it works in this is there's different checkpoints and your time is added up from checkpoint to checkpoint. So it's not whoever crosses the finish line first. It's whoever does it the fastest overall, which I thought was pretty cool as well. I adored this book. I thought it was so well done. It was so exciting. I loved the characters. I really liked Felix, which is the girl who she's pretending to be his brother. I didn't really like Luca, the other guy, but I was very intrigued by his story and his story with the girl that Y'all was pretending to be. So I thought all the parts with him were definitely interesting, definitely kept the story interesting. But I loved Felix as a character. I really hope that he's in the next book. I don't want there to be a love interest with him and her though. I feel like that will ruin it, but I really, really, really want him to still be in the second book. There was also a twist at the end that I didn't see coming, but I feel like I should have seen coming. But I didn't, so it surprised me. So that was fun. So I'm really excited to read the second book. I feel like I don't have much else to say. I feel like I can't say any specific things without giving anything away, but it was really good and really well done, and I really liked the characters. I really liked the stories and the relationships. I loved I loved her flashbacks so much. They were so, like, touching and heart-wrenching, and it was just so good. You should read it.